Hello friends, I'm Rosa, welcome to the channel. So this has been requested a couple of times. What we're doing today is that I'm going to be showing you some of my special editions. Mind you, I have not collected special editions for that long. It's maybe been like 1.5 years or something. So I don't have ones that are like super old and rare to find. Mine are all, more or less all, quite new. That said, I have more than 80 total, and so I've decided to split this up into 2 videos because otherwise we'll be sitting here for a while. I really want to show you everything that is in these special editions. So I'm going to start out with my adult special editions, and then I'll do another video, a separate video for my young adult special editions. But we still got like more than 30 books to go through, so I'm not going to be talking about plots or anything like that in this video. I'm just going to be showing you the different features that they have. So like stenciled edges and art and whatever else is on them, and I'll be telling you where they're bought as well. So I'll be linking to those pages in the description box, by the way, if you want to check them out. Enough said. I'm actually really excited for this because I never go through my special editions. They're usually just casually resting on my shelves, so I get to see everything with them as well today, which is very exciting. I think I'm gonna zoom you in just a little bit though, but then we're gonna get started. So we're gonna start out with these 3, and they're actually also some of my newest ones. These are the Locked Tomb by Tamsin Mim. I still don't know how to pronounce her last name. But they're from Illumicrate. They have super fun stenciled edges that are very inspired by the books themselves. I can't remember if the covers are exclusive or not. I could get up and go get my standard Gideon, but I'm not going to. However, the foiling on the Naked book most definitely is, and if you've read this, you will be able to pick up a couple of things here and there on this, like little Easter eggs, which is super cool. The spines also look like this, so they match with the color. These are all signed like this as well. And they all have super cool inside dust jacket art, which in Gideon the 9th looks like this, and you can, yes, reverse it. So if you don't want this cover, you can turn it around. Harrow the 9th looks like this underneath the dust jacket, has like blue silvery kind of foiling, and again lots of little Easter eggs. Matches with the stenciled edges. Has dust jacket art that looks like this. I hope I'm not spoiling any of the stories to you by showing you this, but I don't know how to avoid doing at your own discretion, you know? And lastly, Nona. Nona comes with purple foiling, and I don't know what these Easter eggs mean because I have not read Nona yet, but I like them. There's a dog. What's not to like? A burger. And this is what the inside dust jacket art looks like. It's very dark, so I hope the camera can pick it up, but we got 4 characters total. 3 humans, seemingly, and a dog, so she reminds me a lot of Jinx. If you've ever played League of Legends, tell me that I'm right, because she looks so much like Jinx. Next up, we're talking about another newer one. This is actually going to show up in my next book haul as well. Those might as well, but I'm not going to show you all the details. So we have One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. This is a FairyLoot edition. The cover is not exclusive per se, but I think the standard version only comes as a paperback, so that's why they put it on a hardback. I don't personally like when they do that because I don't see that as being an exclusive cover. It's still a cover that's used elsewhere, you know? It comes with these like super nice forest green sprayed edges. I think they also added foiling to the cover, although it might also be on the original trade paperback cover, I'm unsure. But this edition comes with a lot of art. So it has art on the naked hardback that looks like this. It's very dark, but it's very nice. It's not that easy to see in this lighting, so apologies, but I can't do anything about it. Also has beautiful custom end papers that look like this, and different ones for the back that look like this. And then it actually also comes with inside dust jacket art that also is reversible if you want to, which I appreciate because, I mean, it doesn't have foiling on it, but I do like it. It's super pretty. But I appreciate it since, in my opinion, the cover that they went with is not an exclusive. So it's nice to be able to turn it around and actually have one. But One Dark Window, also a newer one. This one arrived very recently, Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry. This is from the Broken Binding. There's not a whole lot of special to this. I think this only comes as, I could be wrong about this, but I think this only comes as a paperback with this cover. But there is going to be a UK cover that's also available, or UK version that's also available as a hardback with a different cover. I think this is only available as paperback though, but I could be wrong about that. What's cool about this one though is we have this foiling on the naked cover of a sword. It's the same on the back, and I personally love these edges. Like, they're so cute with the teacups. I love them. It also has very pink end papers, and the pink might, like, it's a bit, like, it's very saturated pink. It's a bit much, but I think it's supposed to match our girl over here. So I'm very excited to read this book at some point as well, because I've heard many lovely things about it. Oh, and then we have one of my absolute favorites. So this is from earlier this year. It's by Illumicrate. It's a River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. This has a redesigned cover, which I believe is heavily inspired by the UK cover, but still redesigned, so you won't get this elsewhere, only in this version or this edition. The back looks like this. It has a quote on it if you want to read it. Foily quote. I can see that it has like, ugh, I need to clean some of these, I think. It also has super beautiful stenciled edges that look like this. And it has so much foiling on the naked cover, which continues on the back. Like, it's a whole lot, but it's beautiful. Very, very red. And then it has beautiful custom end papers that look like this. Same artist that did the art on One Dark Window, by the way. And the end papers are the same in the back. Hands down, one of my favorite editions that I have. I think it's so beautiful. And I also have a Fire Endless on its way to me soon, which I'm very excited for. So I'll have like the completed duology. That's very exciting. Then we're going into 3 Book of Nights. Let's start with the FairyLoot one. So this is the FairyLoot one. They went with a very like black and gold kind of colorway, but it's an exclusive cover. It's just not redesigned. Has black sprayed edges. Also has this sort of like golden look art on the naked cover, which continues on the back with a very long quote. So if you want to read it, I suggest you pause because it'll take a while. And the spine looks like this. My favorite part about this is hands down the custom end papers that look like this. This is Charlie. She's on the side, yes. I look like this. This is Charlie, so she's the lead character. And then in the back, we have Vince that look kind of badass standing over here. Did I love this book? No. But we're not talking about book opinions today, so it is ironic that I have 3 of them, but this was gifted to me by FairyLoot, and the next one is the Owlcrate one, which was gifted to me by Owlcrate. So this is a redesigned cover though. It's very foily, and it might actually be my favorite edition out of the 3 that I have. The back looks like this. You can read the quote if you pause the video. Spine looks like this. I'll probably forget showing the spine now and then. Also black sprayed edges. The naked cover looks like this. It has some silver foiling on it. I'm kind of curious why they decided to make it blue instead of black, but I don't know. And then end papers look like this. They're kind of like shadowy, smoky sort of, with some stars or speckles in them or something. Also, this one is actually signed. I think the other 2 are digitally signed or just not signed. This has a digital signature, but this is actually signed. And then lastly, Illumicrate Book of Night. Which again also has an exclusive cover, not redesigned, just a colorway change. Also black sprayed edges. All 3 book boxes decided on that together, I think. Like, they just straight up were like black sprayed edges. Yep, I can see it. The Waterstones one has really nice edges. So it is possible to just not go with sprayed edges for this one. But with the Illumicrate one, we have a lot of foiling going on here. It's funny because when I first opened the box with this book in it, I got one without the foil on it, so I had to contact them and get them to send me a new one. I was like, I took it out, or I took the dust jacket off and was just like, it's just black. What? It's just completely black. Anyway, spine looks like this, and then the back looks like this. And again, it has a quote, and if you want to read it, I suggest you pause the video because it's a long one. Also has custom end papers that look like this. So again, with the shadowy kind of look to them. Oh, and this also has a bound-in letter. I completely forgot all about that, but if you want to read that, you can pause the video right here. And then I hope you can see it. It's handwritten, so yeah, but anyway. I actually think, the FairyLoot one also comes with a ribbon bookmark. That's another detail I'm probably gonna forget to mention with the ones that have them, but that's a thing. Okay, now we're going to talk about what is probably my most favorite edition, and the sequel to this one is also coming soonish, kind of, maybe January, probably January, but Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lynn Tan. This is the FairyLoot edition. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is actually my second FairyLoot book that I've gotten. So it set the standard quite high. Like, I have been expecting great things from all the FairyLoot editions. Trust me, some of them are beautiful, some of them a little bit less woo, but this took my breath away. Stunning. Colorway change for the cover. The original is very green and pink. Back looks like this. The best part though is we have digitally sprayed edges that look like this, or printed edges, I think they're called. Ow! My book just tried to stab me. Foiling that looks like this is kind of golden-ish, I would say, like bronzy kind of golden with all the three main characters. And the custom end papers. Oh my gosh, I love them. They're so beautiful. Having read the book now, I'm so happy that I have this edition because I loved it so much. Back end papers look like this. And I'm not gonna say who the characters are because I don't want to spoil anything. I just love that I have this edition. Here's a signature as well. I love this edition. Love it so much. And they say things can't bring you joy. I don't believe that for a second. Anyway, so probably my favorite edition that I have out of all my books. We're going to talk about these two super quick, but they are, spoiler alert, and All the Feels by Olivia Dade. These are also Illumicrate books. They're from their Afterlight subscription because they did this one and then you could buy this one as an add-on. They have sprayed edges that look like this, but they don't really have anything else. So I'm not going to take the dust jacket off this time. There is, however, a letter in All the Feels. So if you want to read it, pause here, and there's also a second page right there, and then there's a little message from her over here as well. And also in spoiler alert, you have a little message over here too. But the covers for these are basically, they only come as paperbacks, so they have taken the covers and put them on B format hardbacks, so they're like super tiny. If I show you them next to a royal hardback, they're just very small, like paperback sized hardbacks. Not much else to say about these though, so putting those aside. We got two more Illumicrate Afterlife books, and those are The Love Hypothesis, or more specifically Love on the Brain. I bought this as an add-on, and these do both have exclusive covers, so they are color changes. The original is blue, and the original for Love on the Brain is pink. They also have sprayed edges that are pink and mint, and oh, I haven't had this open, so we do have foiling on both of them. So this is the Love Hypothesis. It's the motif from the cover. This is also digitally signed, but I haven't had it open, so like, I'm not gonna do it. Also, if you want to read the back of the Love Hypothesis, there's a little bit of text right here. Now, Love on the Brain also has some text on the back if you want to read it right here. I adore that they went with pink edges, by the way. I think it's such a good choice. But also, this also comes with some gold foiling on the naked cover. That is, again, the motif from the cover of Love on the Brain. So what they're doing with Afterlife for the new year is they're gonna go a little bit more like this instead of All the Feels and spoiler alert. So we'll have foiling, possibly stenciled edges, and I'm looking forward to it. Plus they're making them more often now as well from January. I'm a rom-com kind of gal, and then I'm a fantasy and sci-fi gal as well, if you will. I'm super excited. Like, those are my comfort genres. Let's go with the last Afterlife book that I have, I think, which is Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake. Also an Illumicrate version. I have not read this yet actually, but I really want to. So this is a colorway change as well. The original is purple, I think. It has very bravely chosen orange edges, but I think it works so well with the green color. Also because we do have some flowers here on the back, and if you want to read the text, you can do that right here. But other than that, it doesn't really have much. I think it's signed as well. Or that's a digital signature. Oh, it does have a bounding letter. I never noticed. I haven't read it. Slightly embarrassing. But if you want to read it, you can pause the video right here and hopefully you can focus on it. I know it's very small. And the back is over here with a little message from the author. So I really need to read this book because I heard many lovely things about it, and the sequel is also out now. Yes. I have big goals to like have a little rom-com hardback shelf. I think they're so cute. Like, aren't they adorable? I don't know, they're so small. So next up is technically a collector's edition, but I've chosen to include it anyway, and it's the anniversary edition of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I chose it because it has stenciled edges that look like this. It also has an exclusive cover because the original cover, this is the UK one, so the original cover is blue and gold instead. Or like golden-ish. This one also has silver foiling on the naked cover of all the flowers. It's the same on the back. It matches the edges. And it has beautiful end papers that look like this. I'm very much into bookish art. Like, crazy. Yeah. Very much into bookish art. Back custom end papers look like this. I am so, like, I keep holding the book over here because that's what I'm used to doing. Apologies. And this one also has a lot of like art in the middle of the book that I'm gonna have a hard time showing, but I can try at least, except my fingers are covering it. That's rude. Anyway, art in the middle. I think this is fan art as well, as far as I can remember. So we have some more that looks like this. A few more here as well. Quite gorgeous. And lastly, this stunner. Actually, like, beautiful. Beautiful. So I got my edition the first round when they did these. So it's signed as well by V.E. Schwab. But I know that they're still, or maybe they're not still selling them. They did a reprint at least that weren't signed. Because it sold out so quickly. Like, it was gone. Just gone. But yes, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. It's one of the more funny collector's editions that I have, so I just thought I would include it in this one. Oh, it also has a ribbon bookmark, by the way, which is gold. And it's the same size as these super tiny rom-coms that I have. We got 13 more to go. So next up we have a FairyLoot adult book. I think this was their possibly their second adult book that they did. I guess the first one was the Atlas 6, right? And then this one, and then Book of Night, and then May was the next one we're talking about, or June. I can't recall the months, it's fine. But this is City of Dusk by Tara Sim, and it is a color change. It went from black to white. It has black sprayed edges, also has a ribbon bookmark right here that is silver. If you want to see the back of the book, it looks like this. I remember when they started doing these in like the first 3 books or something, or the first 2, they both did like black to white color changes, so people were getting worried if that's all they were gonna do. They've changed up a little bit by now. But on the naked cover, we have a lot of foiling that looks like this. Our spine looks like this. And it also has custom end papers that fit with the foiling on the naked hardback. Plus, I believe it's signed. Yes, it is signed. And then I mentioned the ribbon bookmark. I think I did, but not mentioning it twice, just to make sure that I remember. So not the most exciting edition I have, but I think she's cute anyway. I don't have a lot of white books. Speaking of FairyLoot adult editions, this one... I laughed so hard when I got this. Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson. The original is pink, and they've changed it, pink and white and black, and they've changed it to very like neon yellow, pink and black instead. The back of the book looks like this. If you want to read the text, you can pause the video. And then we have fun digitally printed edges with a quote in Latin, I think it is. The last time I read it, it was Latin. I'm pretty sure it still is. Yes. It is. I was for a second like, am I misremembering? Was that not Latin? Anyway, the naked book is extremely pink. Like, this stands out on your shelf a lot. But there's a goat, because you know, a goat. The goat continues on the back. There's another goat. And we have a spine with a title that looks like this. Plus, we also have custom end papers that look like this. They're very simple with some yellow and pink speckles, but then we also have a signature. I respect them for trying to do something else with the cover, but I do think I like the pink a little bit more than the yellow. But like, when I mean I respect them, I mean Harper for doing something different with their book cover. Like, it's very, very colorful. It just stands out a lot in a book collection, so that's the thing. Then we have one of my, this is my first one, I think, my first book, or box book at least, monthly book. It's Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff. I can actually, for a change, show you the original cover very easily because I have it. It's red and black, whereas this one is white and gold. The spine is golden as well, and then my favorite part, without a doubt, are the edges, and they're still some of my favorite edges to this day. Out of all the books that I have, they're stunning. Like, they're just beautiful. This book still smells really funny. It's been like 1.5 years. Like, how do you still smell so funny? A year and a couple of months. This book also has exclusive foil on the naked cover, and by exclusive I mean there was a lot of editions done by this book, and they all had foiling on the cover. So if you've read the book, you would know about the 4 different houses, the vampire houses. The others have Delilah, which is the lead character's own crest. I can't actually remember if you... Yeah, you can see right here. So this is the standard foiling, right? It's Delilah. I know one of the other books had another family crest on it. Can't remember which of the houses, but this is the only one with the Voss crest on it. And Voss is like the big bad vampire in this one, or in this book. So, and it's also got custom end papers and a signature right there by J. Christophe. This is a really good book, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Yeah, I think another version came with the Chastain crest on it. I can't remember, but again, the only one with the Voss crest, which is super cool if you've read the book. It also has some foiling on the back of the book that says "All shall kneel" with an L. All shall kneel. It's not the first time I've made that mistake. I don't know, it's very difficult for me to say apparently. But anyway, still one of my favorite editions that I have. I love it. It's gorgeous, even though it's slightly yellowed because I have left it facing with the edges out and sun comes through my window, as sun tends to do. Still one of my favorite editions though. Then we have another one of FairyLoot's books from this year. It's The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah, which I'm actually reading right now, so that's funny. This is an exclusive cover. The original had like fire that's orange, red, you know, the color of fire. Yes, but they've changed it to purple. It also has a purple spine. I don't know what the original has, but I'm guessing not a purple spine. The back looks like this. Again, has the purple pinkish kind of fire. And it also has these super cute purple sprayed edges. Mine is a little bit lighter in this side. I'm not really sure why. It's not because of sun, but that's a thing. I was given this by FairyLoot, so I didn't want to ask for a replacement. I don't know, it made me feel a little bit entitled and greedy, so I just kind of like, whatever. It also has foiling on the naked cover. Again, if you've read the book, or at least are reading the book, now this makes sense. This makes so much sense. It's a compass. Okay, and then also the back, and this is like a quote from the book that is repeated a lot actually. So we have custom end papers as well. This is our lead character, Luli. I love these end papers, by the way. I think the color choices are so good. The purple, yes. And also we have, I believe this is also Luli, but then we have 2 other lead characters who I'm not gonna talk to you about, but beautiful. So there's a lot of sand in this book as well, so like this pretty much perfectly sums it up. Very excited that I'm actually seeing them because I'm reading the book right now. Oh, a lizard! There's a little lizard on her. I forgot. Or I didn't notice, I think. I don't think I forgot. I think I hadn't noticed when I first looked at this book. Very cute book, by the way. Or not cute. Well, also cute. I don't know, there's something cute about it. I can't explain it, but it's a fun book. Next up, we have another Illumicrate version, or Illumicrate edition. This one is actually funny, so it's A Marvellous Light by Freya Marsk. This has a transparent cover, so it's... okay, there we go. So as you can see, the men are moving. They're moving, which is kind of funny. And then the naked book basically just looks like this. It has a lot of flowers and stuff on them. Also has digitally printed edges that go with the cover. So there are these like pink and yellow flowers. Has extremely yellow end papers and is also signed right here. And the cover is such a fun, like a fun sort of idea. They're doing the same for the sequel, which I have bought, but it's not being sent out until January. I think it's such a unique thing to do with the edition though, and it makes a lot of sense as well because you got this like on top of it, so I think it's super cool. I also believe that this is an exclusive cover colorway as well for this book. I can't remember what the original is, but the sequel definitely has an exclusive cover and colorway, so I'm guessing it's the same for this one. And then another Illumicrate edition. This is probably my least favorite Illumicrate book that I have, which sounds so negative, but at least from their main box. It's a Portrait of a Thief by Grace D. Lee, and I just I think I've talked about this enough in the unboxing. So this is from April. If you want to check the unboxing, it's from April. But it does have an exclusive cover. It's not a colorway change. They've added this hand up here that like stealing the A. And then I believe his sunglasses are reflecting something else in the original cover. I think it's a painting, and also the back doesn't have the tigers. The back has like this Chinese inspired pattern. I don't know how I'm still able to remember that, but whatever. And then also on the back we have some text. You can see the tigers a little bit better here. The edges are very pastel kind of yellow. And the naked book looks like this. So with all the tigers again, which is quite pretty, I will give it that. I think this also has... oh, it doesn't. Oh, it does have something. No, it doesn't. Oh, it does. I'm pretty sure that I remember a picture of the characters, but it didn't... they weren't on the end paper, so I was like, where are they? Did they come with like a separate paper? You know, the art... I forgot what it's called right now. Art print? But no, it's inside dust jacket art with the characters. This is the same artist that does the illustrations in the Atlas 6, by the way, which I'll show you in just a second. So if you recognize the style, that would be why. But this is quite pretty as well. I like the red shadows. Very cool. But I think for me, it's got to do with the fact that the book is a contemporary, which I don't read a lot of, except if it's romance. Call me boring, but that's just, it's what I do. Those are my genres. But also the hand added up here just kind of ruins the balance of the cover. So it feels like a downgrade in some way, like a downgrade from the original. I'd rather have seen a color change. My remaining books are actually all Illumicrate. So, but I also have a lot more Illumicrate books than FairyLoot, and FairyLoot also does mainly young adult. So we won't be talking about those in this video. Next up we have the Atlas 6, the 1 and 2, and hopefully 3 when it comes out. We're gonna start out with the Atlas 6. Again, this is Illumicrate, has hollow foiling on the cover. I can't remember if the original has this like blue out here and stuff, but if it doesn't, then that's a special addition to this cover, I suppose. But definitely an exclusive cover. The back looks like this if you want to see it and read it. And then the edges are digital edges that look like this. I think it goes perfectly with the story as well. And we have hollow foiling on the naked hardback as well. I hope you can see the colors. Like, I hope they're showing. But sometimes it's a bit difficult to get them to show with artificial lighting. We have custom end papers that look like this, and they are the same for the back of the book. And I believe this one actually also has like an actual signature instead of a digital one, because I bought it in the first round. It was a nightmare to get this book, I'm not gonna lie. My purchase of this book went through a few minutes before they sold out, so it was a stressful day. And then the sequel, I've not had a lot of time to look at this book, but again we got a hollow foiling on the dust jacket, same on the spine. If you want to read the back, whoa, that was a lot of color all of a sudden, but if you want to read the back, you can do that right here. I think it's mainly just blurbs. Yeah. Alliances will be tested. Hearts will be broken. Oh, I really want to read this. We also have hollow foiling on this naked cover. I have no idea what all of this means or any of it, except that it's their, like, powers. I know that's their powers, but I only see 4 of them. Suspicious. Very suspicious. Anyway. Oh, I forgot to show the edges, but they look like this. So they go very nicely with the Atlas 6 ones right here. And then we also have custom end papers in this one that look like this. And they're quite horrific. Like, they're definitely a little bit on the scary side, which kind of makes me nervous. Like, just a little bit. So, I don't know. Like, there are faces in the water down here. I don't know. A little bit scary, but exciting. Very exciting. And it is also signed. I'm not sure if this is a digital signature or if it's an actual signature. I think it might be an actual one. It looks like an actual one. But I really like the art style on the end papers. I think she has a very interesting way of drawing. So I'm very excited to have these. Even though the hollow might not be for everyone, I think it's cool for these books. I'm excited to see what they do with the third one once it's out, because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a trilogy and not a duology. Having not read The Atlas Paradox yet, so don't quote me on it, but anyway. Let's talk about this bad boy next. So this is also Illumicrate. It's Babel. It's quite new. It comes with a slipcase, which has the basically the trade cover, I think, or at least... Alright, because this drawing is actually on both the US and the UK editions. Also has silver stars in the sky that are quite cute. Also some birds and stuff. But yeah, the Tower of Babel. And I've turned this upside down. Book boxes have a tendency to basically print text on edges the wrong way. So if I turn it like this, right? And then put a spine next to it like this, it'll be turned the wrong way. Do you see what I mean? So I always turn both this one, but I think perhaps also Her Majesty's Royal Coven. I think I turned them upside down on my shelves just because otherwise the text is going to be the opposite way. So it's funny that they don't think that maybe it's better if we just turn it around, but like I also get the logic in it. Anyway, so if you want to read the text, it's right here. This is basically how the book starts. The naked cover looks like this. It is a drawing of the map of the Tower of Babel. And the end papers look like this. Very marbly, I think this is, or something else. I'm not really sure. Oh, it's silver! I just realized that. It's silver! Of course it's silver. We have a signature by R.F. Kuang. And I know you can like write property off, you can write in it. I'm not gonna do that. But also if you want to read the bound in letter by R.F. Kuang, you can pause the video right here. Well, no you can't because it's out of focus. You can pause the video right here and read it if you want to. And also the back of the letter because it is a 2-page letter, so I hope it's visible. Back here you go upside down though. Too bad for you. This is the very first special edition that technically I received, because technically it got here before Empire of the Vampire came, but I just opened that box first. It's the Night Circus by Aaron Morgenstern, which is an anniversary edition. So this is a colorway change to the original cover, but the original cover has had many different looks because it's a 10-year-old book, so they've come in different editions already. I think the original cover here though is black, and this is very silver, as you can tell. The back of the book looks like this if you want to read it with a clock as well. Makes perfect sense compared to, or if you keep the story in mind. It has the black and white stenciled edges with the stripes. This also has foiling on the naked cover that looks like this. The spine looks like this, has a quote on it, again from the book. And it also has a ribbon bookmark, actually. I've read this edition, so like it's a little bit mishandled. I don't know. But we have end papers that look like this with a bound in letter. If you want to read it, you can do that as always. Is it in focus? I hope so. Anyway, but there we have it. Like this is like proper trippy. I love it. I love it, but I don't think that's specific to this book. It also comes with a signature, by the way. The only downside of this being the silvery is that whenever there's like a little bit on the front of the cover, it's very visible, but still a beautiful edition in my opinion. And then we got 3 more left. So this is a newer one as well. It's from September, I think. The Book Eaters by Sun Yi Dean, which is also an exclusive cover. The original is a little bit more like brown beige. I'm not sure that it has the foiling on it. I can't remember, but it's black and white and gray in this edition. Spine looks like this, and the back looks like this if you want to read it. And I love the edges on this one. It's the house from the front of the cover, but then we got like, it's like a bit creepy, you know? You got the stars up here, and this just looks like, I don't know, something super creepy about this house. I don't know why, but this edition also comes with art printed onto the naked cover that looks like this on the front and this on the back with the lead character and her son. I think it is a son running off. And it also has custom end papers that look like this. This has not been properly opened, by the way. So it's like battling me right now, making sounds and stuff. But it also has a signature right there. How did they manage to sign it without properly opening it? Because it's definitely a proper signature. It's red. I don't know. Kind of interesting. But anyway, how do they do it? Suspicious. And then we have my last 2, also from Illumicrate. That is the Jasmine throne and the Oleander sword. This is actually bought secondhand, but I really adore the edges. As you can see, it's a little bit older than this one as well. This is very new, but I really adore the edges on these editions. So I was like, I need the Jasmine throne. I'm so happy that I have it as well because it's actually a really beautiful book. Or beautiful may not be the right term to use. It's a bit brutal, but it's a very good book. But we got the gorgeous plants stenciled onto the edges. If only my camera would stop focusing on my face. That is not... Thank you! That's not actually visible. But anyway, beautiful stenciled edges. And then this doesn't have a whole lot of customizations, but it also has foiling on the naked cover that looks like this with a quote on it as well. So no custom in papers, but did come with a book plate. And it's sort of the same for this one. So we have the blue stenciled edges that I'm not really sure what they're supposed to be, except they match this like frame around, if you can see, it matches the frame around the cover right here. Again, came with a signed book plate and also has some foiling on the naked cover with a quote as well. These don't have exclusive covers or anything like that. Like, the customizations are definitely a bit on the subtle side, but I love the edges on these. They're so gorgeous to me. But anyway, that was the last one. I hope this video didn't turn out to be like, oh, it's probably gonna turn into a very long video, but I want to be thorough. So I'm gonna do another one with my young adult special editions, which will probably be a little bit longer unless I learn how to not talk. But again, I just want to be a little bit thorough. It's just that I have more young adult special editions than adult ones, I think. So we'll see once we get to it. Hope you enjoyed this video though. Let me know if you want to see the young adult version as well. I'll definitely be up for doing that because it was fun. I like going through my books and checking out the customizations and stuff, so let me know. But that is all I got for you guys today, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to hit the thumbs up, and also if you're new here and you want to stick around for more videos like this, but also TBR videos and readathons and monthly wrap-ups and all the booktube stuff, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button. That's all I got for you guys today though, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye!